Cancer people, or people with Cancer placements. I got the rainbow after the storm for you. Believing in magic or miracle is paying off. Something is bringing happiness and abundance. Somebody's rolling up on them good times that show themselves after you made it through a storm. A storm is over, and happy and abundant times are approaching. Believe it or not, you are experiencing a drought. The storm was to water, your life so that your new seeds could grow and sprout. This is a season of harvest for you, where you will be reaping the fruits of your labor. That time when hard work finally is seeming to pay off. A winning season, and it's just now starting to flourish. And this is only the beginning. So that's what I got for y'all, Cancer people. And I love that for you. Okay. So let's see what the tarot got, the oracles got. The universe guide. God, universe, angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Please give us some clear and concise messages for the Cancer people. People with Cancer placements are cross-watching. Cross-watching for Cancer. What do they need to know at this time? Only energy of high vibration, high frequency, and high white light is welcome here, Spirit. No energy of low vibration, low frequency, or negativity is welcome. And I ask that you rebuke it in the name of you. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Cancer people, Cancer placements, cross watchers of a Cancer. What's the message? What do they need to know? Patience, positivity, miracles. Yes, somebody's patience is paying off. And something I feel like your attitude of remaining positive and being patient, no matter what it seems like, is really paying off. Somebody didn't give up hope, and I feel like they're receiving some type of support, or the support that you were waiting on is coming through. Somebody's spirit is being freed. I feel like somebody else is just going with the flow of healing. Okay, Cancer, discernment. Okay, so something could come up that requires your discernment, or that requires you to discern it. Yeah. Patience. So somebody should be using their discernment, or they are using their discernment to know that something is not the right time. Right now is not the right time for something. To get too deep into something. Somebody's discerning not to get too deep with somebody because the truth is important. You're content where you're at. I feel like you do hope for something that you can possibly connect with later down the line, but right now you're content. Somebody's being patient with themselves. Somebody's going within so that they can break free from something and to return back to their pure self. Trust, awareness, blessing. Something's working out for you. It's like you're trusting the process because you have awareness. You have an inner knowing of something, some type of blessings. You can feel it. So it's like you just rolling with the flow, being gentle, turning away from things that don't serve you, and moving forward towards whatever this mystery is for you. Ooh, I like that. That's good energy. What's this? We can talk about the discernment. I want to know what requires your discernment. Something's going to require you to use discernment in order for you to see the truth. Because I don't feel like the truth is going to be told or just be able to clearly see it. You're going to have to discern it. Tell me about discernment for the Cancer people. The Knight of Wands. Some flighty energy. Some flighty, unreliable player who keeps secrets with the Moon energy. And I feel like you won't be able to see. You'll be able to see through them with your discernment, but you won't just be able to see it. You'll have to discern it. This is somebody who's telling you that they worth some equal give and take, or they want you to have an equal give and take with them, but they're not reliable. They're not reliable. They're telling you, let's start something new. Let's do this and let's do that. But I feel like there's like, it's things that this person holds back because it could cause a disagreement. So they leave it out. And they leave it out from you when they expressing all these emotions and how they feeling and how you fulfill their wishes and all that. Somebody's a liar. That's what that is. And you're going to have to use your discernment to see through their asses, because they're not just going to come out and say, hey, Cancer, I'm a liar. Who's this Knight of Wands? The Cancer's talking to, dealing with whatever. The Sun. Leo energy. But I feel like you see this person clearly. In some cases, you see him clearly. And in some cases, you might need to be made aware of them. Because if you need to be made aware of them, then you would be moving towards them, possibly trying to work out some type of relationship or moving towards commitment with them. But it's some enlightenment that needs to be shown on this whole person and this whole situation. Judgment, Four of Cups, and the Strength card. Somebody definitely could be dealing with a Leo, but it's like judgment. Final decision is to miss out. Restrict yourself from commitment, a relationship with somebody that just stagnates you. See, it looks good. I feel like they're trying to make it look good. Talking about the Sun. The Two of Cups reverse and the Emperor. See, somebody's trying to give you this appearance, this picture. They're trying to paint you a picture of a boss, of somebody who's doing this and doing that and got it like this and got it like that. But in reality, this is an imbalanced ass person that's trying to bring you an imbalanced ass connection that's not going to do anything but bring hurt. You don't need that. But I feel like you're already going to be able to see through the person. That this is somebody who's disappointed. Or this is how somebody sees you, Cancer masculine, that they're better off on their own without you right now. Yes, maybe they feel like y'all share a deep connection, but it just... the truth ain't in you. It's what it boils down to for whoever it is. Okay, I'm sorry. But it just ain't. And people don't want to get hurt trying to pacify you or whatever you want to call it. You can call it whatever makes you feel good. But I'm just going to call it like I see it, okay? The truth is clarified by the Five of Wands and the Lovers. See, that's where the problem comes in. There's the Empress. There's you arguing and disagreeing with her. Because it's about diving deep. Somebody's getting tired. That's what they just gonna leave you alone because they tired of telling you that they don't want no surface level shit. That's what this Empress, the argument that's taking place, the disagreement is about something deeper. Like, stop bringing me this surface level shit. I want you to dig in there, get who you really are up out of there, bring it to the surface and come and holler at me. Okay? That's what it's giving. Because somebody's protecting. This person is protecting all they giving, nurturing, motherly energy. Until you heal yourself, because the last thing they want to do is be wounded because you don't know what you want or you don't know what you need to do or what. No, sorry, you got to get it together. Five of Wands. That's causing disagreements. But I don't feel like it's too much arguing or going back and forth these days. I feel like somebody just threw their hands up and said, fuck it, because I'm tired of explaining it to you for you to not understand what I'm trying to tell you. I'm tired of you and your perspective on what you need to do and what, like, somebody could be dealing with a fire sign. I just feel like you just fuck it. The best thing to be doing to protect your energy is to be done with them. Because they're not getting it. And I feel like you're fine with yourself and your own life before you want to sit around being patient, waiting on somebody to dive deep and reach in and touch their feelings. Nobody has time for that. So I feel like you're going with the breaking free route. You ain't going to deal with this no more. And this could have been, that's why I said in the meditation, you passed this. So maybe this is what you was dealing with. If you ain't dealing with this no more, maybe you could have in the past. Because this is this ain't like the meditation, okay? Because we're the rainbows and the abundance we was just talking about. So that's for somebody though. Somebody, you can't force nobody to see things the way you want them to. People got to heal and go through experiences that you've been through so that they can see things the way you see things, and then throwing your hands up is pretty much all you got. Just patience. Terrible idea with the Five of Swords. Trying to be patient with a motherfucker, hoping they sit down. You gotta let their ass get out there and live. They just one balled up, guarded piece of block. This somebody needs to, like, it's things that they need to learn that they don't see. and they're not experiencing or allowing themselves to intuitively maneuver because they got wounded. They got wounds, and they're just like not trusting, not letting nobody in. And somebody might not even see a problem with that, with the contentment energy under there. Why is the 9? Oh, yeah, that's what I said. And this person got some cycles to close up, some healing that could take place. Could be an earth sign, could be fire, could be air, shit. But it's somebody's a little bit possibly on the logic side. They're too logical and too surface. And this is why they can't dig deeper. Or they can, but they refuse to. And this is how they're perfectly content, thinking that it's okay to offer you, what, something solid in an illusion. And how solid is it really if we talk an illusion? That could fall apart any time, like the King of Swords, the Judgment, the Fool. Somebody has a hard time trusting the process. They just always got to look for facts or look for... It's just like they don't get it. 7 of Cups. They're confused. It's like because due to logic, being logical, they suppress emotions. They suppress their happiness. It's like this is something I feel like you're releasing or you're released. Because it's like a contradiction. You wanted me to have this Ace of Pentacles, but you want me to have it in the land of a 7 of Cups. How does that work? What happens once that illusion gets shattered? And we still living on the surface. Like, somebody's not wrapping their mind around that true happiness is not surface level. So you just have to, because they're suppressing emotions and calling it happiness, you just got to be like, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Like they said on that movie, Tripping. They wouldn't let the daddy get no bacon. He said, I'm a 75-year-old black man from Alabama and I want my pork. He said, Daddy, pork is not good for you. He said, well, pork got me to be 75. It's funny, man. I don't know. Everybody don't be into that kind of stuff. He said, and what sick mother makes sausage out of a goddamn turkey? But after he got trying to explain himself why he wanted that pork, he said, you know what? Fuck it. He dropped that silverware, went down to the diner, and ordered him some pork. The point being that he didn't sit there and keep trying to explain it and why he want what the fuck he want. He got up and he went and got it somewhere the fuck else. Good example. And that's what I feel like you're going to do. I don't feel like you're necessarily focused on, let me go get it somewhere else. But you're breaking free from this shit. Like, it's a waste of your time and your energy, and it just stresses you out. Or you broke free from it already, and you're making it to a some happy moment. The rainbow. After the storm is finally ended and you have broken free. Because all this shit like this don't do nothing to keep you stressed. When I read this, it reminds me of twin flame energy. Mine's on my personal twin flame, because I don't have time to sit here and keep trying to explain to you this and that. I don't know. I don't want to. When you figure that shit out, just leave me alone in the process. Like, I got peace by myself. And for the longest, I didn't realize that you can get this amount of peace by yourself. And that's when a woman becomes dangerous. Now, men be looking at us like, oh, you just too independent. Like, no, I'm just too cautious. Tell me about dive deep. The Tower. The Queen of Cups. And the 2 of Wands reverse. Scorpio energy. Ace of Cups. The Queen of Swords. And this is the problem for you. This is where you've requested for somebody to dive deep. It's like the 2 of Wands is looking towards the future. But I don't feel like there's no future. You feel like with the 2 of Wands reversed, there's really no future to look forward to in this situation because there is no diving deep. You want love with me. I want love with you, but you're not willing to dive into the puddle of love or dive up under love. Or it's forcing you to cut somebody off and be good on your own, or it forced you to already do this. I don't know where you're at with it on your journey, but tell me about this Tower. Because it's surfacing now. The Chariot. It's like you can't believe that somebody really just let you move on instead of being honest and diving deep in emotions. So you really feel hurt and betrayed at the same time. And this is giving twin flame energy, because the only time you feel like you could depend on the masculine that you really don't know is like, okay, this is the Emperor. He's supposed to show up a certain way for the Lord. He's supposed to, but he always don't. You know? And that's when feelings get hurt, because I was honorable. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have dared came to some shit that the Lord gave me and disrespected it like that. And that's where you feel hurt and betrayed and like disgusted with the emperor all in one. And he'd be sitting here trying to really defend his actions like they were okay. Like, you know, those are devil actions, right? But you're calling me the devil. Like, people don't get it. So you just throw your hands up and you leave that shit alone. Because fuck you. Fuck you, fuck it, fuck it. Like the man said on the movie. Shit. And I feel like breaking free has been the best thing for you. Yes. So that's why I said you navigating life through your intuition, something somebody can't do. So how we supposed to pair up? How we supposed to be something? I feel like you're feeling free here, especially emotionally. You don't feel tied up. In some cases you do, but you're still working on the break free. If you haven't made it there yet, maybe you haven't got to the rainbow. Maybe it's still a drought and it's still raining. But believe that rain is only here to help you to water those seeds that you're trying to plant in the next season. Life has to come with a little bit of pain so we can get some growth from it. You know, and it sucks. But all of this is happening for you to be triumphant, for you to have some type of triumphant beginning. Maybe you needed some type of experience, some type of knowledge from this particular situation to get to the next one. This is just me trying to help you see it from a brighter side, because it's always a brighter side to see it from. It's always going to be a glass there, and it's up to you to decide to see it as half full or half empty. The perspective makes everything, right? Your perspective and how you see things can make it dope. You know what I mean? Because in the end of the day, what control do we really have? Zero. Right? This could be happening in my life and I can get all bent out of shape and go do this, and this. And later on, the situation works it out the way it's supposed to work out, you know? And I did all this and it didn't help my situation. It could have made it worse in the process, but it didn't really help me. So I'm better off just sitting back, chilling, and trusting in the process. Later on, to see that the process worked itself out like it was going to do anyway. It was up for me to trust it and not go all crazy and fuck myself over in the process, because I done got mad and called, getting an attitude with this person, called talking crazy to that person. What the fuck are y'all doing? And like, you ain't doing your fucking job. Like, that shit that I had to overcome. I'm just when I speak like that, it's because it's a situation I've been through. Like, I been, motherfucker, they pay me my check, so I'm calling, cussing them the fuck out. Now I done got fired. I was gonna get the check was gonna get there, but I just needed to chill. You know what I mean? That's shit that I've been through already years and years and years ago. But now with this type of mind that I got, I can look back over those situations like, damn, now that would have been me now, and I would have chilled. Like, I would have been like, yeah, hey, how y'all doing? And I'd have called more professional. Like, I wouldn't have called like a ghetto black girl. But, I mean, that needed to happen to me, right? So that I can learn going forward. Like, that didn't do shit but hurt me. I didn't make no situation no better. I wasn't controlling shit. I just needed to sit there and be patient. And boom, we sitting here talking all this about trusting in the process because we don't have no control. This is where you find celebration. This is where you find victory. This is where you find happiness in them leaps of faith that you take. That's where you find fruition. That's where you find the fruits of your labor. That's where you find your strength, your courage, your power. All in your faith. Because you ain't going to be able to see what's going on. But the faith, the intuition, all that is going to help you see below the surface. See, if you be talking the moon, that means it's happening in the spiritual, but not yet in the physical. But a lot of times you'll know what's going on, what's about to happen in the physical by being in touch with yourself and your intuition that's connected to the Lord. Right? Things change, things transform. We lose things from the way we see it. But it don't even be being a loss. Sometimes it just be a cycle closing for a fresh one even better to open. And we think this was better, but the Lord is like, no, get that out of my way. I'm trying to give you something different, something better. And we don't see it like that yet. So we'll just be humaning it up. You know, the human be humaning it. And we be like getting upset, like, Lord, what is going on? I mean, you still end up getting your blessing, right? But you just, in the end, you be disappointed. I don't know about you, but I go in a whole praise break crying like, Lord, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I just, it's just, I'm just being human. But it's all about lessons and life's lessons. Like you did. Sometimes you don't get a lesson until you get the experience, right? Amen. In the comments, okay? You do not. Sometimes you don't. Like, for example, let's use like the dumbest example we can use. The stove. Until you touch that bitch, you don't know it's hot. When you touch it, you never touch that shit ever again. Because you know that shit gonna burn. You play with fire, you get burnt. There's sometimes experiences are meant to go through. Right? Because the motherfucker can tell you, just like being a young person. And your parent tell you, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. Do you listen all the time? No. Sometimes you got to go touch that stove for yourself and see that shit is hot and it burnt the fuck out of me and I'm never touching it again. It don't matter how many 20, 30, 50, 1,000 times your parents say don't touch that stove because it's hot. Sometimes in an experience, you going to go touch it and you're going to get burned. And you're going to know for yourself through that experience, I learned through this experience not to touch that hot ass stove, right? My parents told me and told me and told me. All that person ain't your friend. All that boy don't love you. All they want one thing. I ain't listen. I had to go touch the stove and see how hot it was, right? But those experiences will teach you. You needed that experience to know, boom, that damn stove is hot. And if I'm saying this to say, because in times you will often things that happen, you will do shit because you ain't listening to somebody, and then you'll be beating yourself up. But look on the brighter side of things. You needed that experience in life. Like God don't make no mistakes, is how I see it. You needed that experience, and if without all those experiences and all those painful journeys that you went through, all the storms that you went through to get to those rainbows, baby, you needed them. Because how many times did you say, if I wouldn't went through this, then I'd never be here? You needed this, and this to put you right you are today, where you'll be tomorrow, next week, or next month. All of that happens for a reason. But somebody's getting cut out, or somebody did get cut out, and it was for purposes of you standing in your power or seeing like who you are, the beauty, the confidence, the elegance, all that lies within you. Because some people will take that from you. Not that you would be meaning to let them, but you know you be sitting here putting them so high up on a pedestal, and now they telling you, you ain't this, and you need to do that, and you listening to them. Now you feeling like shit because you didn't let the motherfucker tell you about you. Like you tell you about you. You tell these motherfuckers about you. They don't tell you about you. This is me, motherfucker. You can't tell me. I tell you who I am. You don't tell me. Like people be getting it twisted. And depending on how you care about that person, you will let him. Right? He's on the pedestal, so he must be telling the truth. She's on this pedestal. She must be right about. Like motherfuckers sometimes be doing that shit to put you in the phone because they know that you shine brighter than them. You do it better than them. You out here showing up in the world a better way than them, and they don't like that for you. They don't like that for them because it looks bad to them. They don't. It don't look. It makes them look bad, but does it really make them look bad, or are you just doing the healing and they refusing? See, you making you look bad. They ain't got shit to do with me. So now you gonna come over here and try to shit on my energy, so I feel bad about myself. But I ain't gonna give you that power. That's how you do that. You remove power from motherfuckers. Six of Swords, Calmer Waters. Ace of Wands, passion and new beginning. You're inspired again. It's like your spark is returning. That's why you got to be careful. And a lot of times, I'm going to say this to women. Men, I'm sure y'all get women that fuck y'all up too. But women, a lot of times women do just fine on their own till they go get the wrong man. Trying to help them, trying to love them, trying to do this, trying to do that. She was doing just fine. Now she broke. Now she losing weight. Now she's stressing out. Hair falling out. Biting the fuck out. Like, it'd be just crazy. And I'm sure, I can't speak on a man because I ain't a man. But I'm sure I've seen some men get a hold of some dangerous women that drag y'all down too. But I'm saying that whether you a man or you a woman, sometimes we never really look at this until we turn spiritual and get on the journey. All those times that we was out looking for people and we was just fine on our own, but we never looked at that. Until now you like, yeah, I'm good on my own. I'm gonna keep that. I'll holler. Hey, I'm trying to date. Oh no, I'm doing good on my own over here, player. What you doing over there on your own? No, we can't mix that. The two don't mix. Like you don't be standing on business about yourself until you get to the spiritual journey. Right? Because that's when you read all the broken cycles. Everything that taught you didn't deserve this, or you supposed to settle for that, or this is how life goes, this is how love goes. When you read all those cycles and you get to this pure version of yourself, the self that the Lord taught you deserve to be, that's when you stand in that power and own that. Because you had no clue that you was this worthy. Lord, thank you for telling me, showing me, because I needed to know. Because when you come up in broken cycles, don't nobody know how to stand in their power and demand what they worth. Nope, we be settling and settling and settling. Your mama, your grandmama, I don't know about y'all, but shit, nobody in my family didn't walk away from abusive men. They just took that shit. So naturally, you're going to teach all the young girls around you that you birth to just take that shit. So guess what they're going to have to do? They have to break free up out the chains of them cycles. Because they're going to be settling for less and settling for less. And how you supposed to get what you deserve if you're too busy settling? Like, and then when we start talking about it in the wrong circles, people are offended. You offended because we want better. It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. But that's what it is. Emotionally not serving, you're leaving it behind because you're going to get love that you desire, not love that you got to settle for. Ha! Thank you, Lord. That's a good articulation. Yep, you masculine energy too. Y'all going to be walking away from things that ain't serving you or things that are trying to keep you trapped up in your mind so you can't see clearly. I feel like somebody wants to build something solid, right? Somebody wants to be like, maybe this ain't what you thinking of, or maybe you ain't out looking like, hey, I'm looking for love, I want something. But when you decide to get in a situation or a relationship, it's not going to be for the fuck of it. It's going to be because you met somebody who was genuine and serious and seeing things the way you see things, right? Nobody got time to waste their motherfucking time, especially after you started healing. After you started healing, baby, time is critical. We ain't got time to play no more. Because you know how what it means to have to go in and heal trauma. Ain't nobody out there just signing up for it. Hell no, we out here ducking and dodging like trauma is bullets. You got me fucked up. I scared. Almost got me. Like, no. Ain't nobody got time for it. That's what we don't do. That's why healing is serious is the best, because then you be like, nope, I know what pain is like. I'm not about to even indulge in hurting you or even let you hurt me. Like, you just don't want to, you just rather be away from the bullshit than to condone in it, right? That's a healed energy. Whereas people, when you toxic, you would entertain that shit. Let's argue then, motherfucker, what you want to do. Like, now you just like, no, get somebody else to do it. That's how you know when you start trying to be the best version of yourself. That's when you really get shit. And if we would have knew that a long time ago, instead of being lied to, people would have been out here healing. People would have probably been in good healed relationships and moving on down the line. Like, but it shit, everything happens the way it's supposed to. So at least we know now. What other messages do we have for the Cancer people? I be in here preaching. I don't be mean to. I think the vessel just get carried away. The Four of Pentacles to the Three of Wands. Ooh, what is this holding on to energy? Holding on, being patient. It's a connection, but it's like justice. It's like somebody's holding on to their justice in a connection, and you're trusting the process. I don't know what that could mean. A couple things. And I'm about to ask about the justice card. What's the justice that this person thinks they would? Not that you don't. I'm just saying thanks, like from your perspective. Okay. You waiting to see somebody get that karma served up. That's what that is. Like tunnel vision. Look at you watching. Did they get that karma yet? Did you get them yet, Lord? Did karma visit them? No. From the deepest water sign part of me in my body, I felt that. I felt it. Because somebody done came through here and gave you a 10 of swords. I feel like you moved past them, but you be wanting to know, like, did they get away with what they did? Like, since once you get in that power and start realizing your worth, you be like, no, the Lord ain't going to let them get away with that. And then you look, though, you check, you don't have to do that. This is what you'll realize along your journey. The Lord will give a motherfucker karma, and he'll send them right back to you. And guess what? Through the conversation that you have with that person, you're going to know they got karma. And that karma was because of you. Even if they don't know, you gonna know. Right in that moment, in the conversation, in the talking, in the something, in the passing by, you're gonna know. But I feel like somebody's like, they're holding on to, you're being patient, but holding on to the fact that you feel like somebody deserves karma for how they did you. Well, I'm glad you're watching and not trying to take vengeance into your own hands. But I mean, it's disappointing. It's like somebody you're feeling, you taking it really personal. Because I don't feel like you're only taking it for you. You feel like somebody not only disappointed you, but they disappointed the Lord too. Forcing you to cut them off. And it's like, it's deep here. Whatever this is to somebody, it's deep. But I don't feel like they get away with it. But I feel like the Lord ain't let you stay there and watch. Which is why you peep in every so often to see. Like, that motherfucker, people go pretend that they doing good all the time. The Five of Swords reverse. With the Devil. And the Moon. See, they going through some hard times themselves. But the Moon says that they won't let you see it. You'll come over there and that motherfucker will be over there on fire and they'll poke their head out the window underwater like they just swimming. The whole rest of the side of them burning up. Like, people will fake the funk. So you'll never really know. Right? The Eight of Wands. But I do feel like you'll get some type of clarity. Some message is coming. Somebody's going to send you messages and I don't feel like they're going to say, hey, Cancer, I got that karma for breaking your heart. But I feel like they're going to talk and they're going to talk and they're going to say something. It's going to trigger you to think. That's their karma. Or you'll just maybe get it in the voice or however your clears work or your intuition, right? But you will get that clarity and it will give you a perspective that you know you ended up better off on your own, or you saved from what happened, that they moved you away while this person got what they deserved, or you'll see it, right? And it might not be just clear to you, but it'll show itself. It might not be clear right now, but during this communication, it's going to be made very clear. Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's going to expose the underlying truth. Four of Swords. Is that the page? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You're going to get information. It's going to expose the underlying truth. Queen of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign dealing with you. An earth sign could be in here dealing with you. But there it is. See? Judgment. There's you get information of the underlying truth through this communication that they in fact did get the karma. Like they didn't get away with what they did to you. Like, and it gets exposed to you. Like, I feel like it gets exposed to you because this person is over here living it up like they're celebrating. But I don't feel like they're celebrating behind closed doors. I feel like they're reflecting over what happened. Wishing, feeling sorry with the Page of Cups. And looking towards the future and they looking at you. But I feel like you ain't going to be thinking about this person. I feel like this person is good at the poker face. This is a person who makes you feel like they're good at talking a good game, like they don't think about you at all, or ain't worried about you, or life's just fine, and they still living regularly, even though they did all that shiesty shit. Like, that's the energy it's giving. That's why I said somebody's putting up a good old facade. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, like they doing just fine. Somebody's finances is stagnated, but they out probably at the club living their best life, but they ain't telling you that they stagnated in their finances, like possibly due to some woman. They up at night stressing out about some mistress or who the real one is for them. It's like you the one feeling connected. The Queen of Cups to the Lovers, they feeling deeply connected to you, but they're putting resources into what make it's like somebody's all over the place. But I don't feel like you're attached to this at all. But I feel like it'll be a glimpse that you get. You'll get a glimpse to see that, no, this person didn't just walk away scot-free no matter what you think or what it appears to be. Right? Somebody up at night stressing. Or somebody don't want you to see. They want you to be tracked by your own thoughts so that you don't see clearly what's going on over there. But they're definitely having the time with the Strength card, and it's not an easy one. They're going through changes. Things are ending in their life with the Death card. Somebody was in a third-party situation, and the third party done walked away. Or they walked away from the third party for you. I don't know what that's about. I feel like the third party walked away unless it's the air sign. The King of Swords look like he's wanting to just have love with you. I don't know who that air sign is. There's a fire sign here. I feel like that person kept you waiting on some type of enlightenment. A lot of people, the fire sign, the earth sign, those people let you get good on your own before they want to try to address the situation. And I feel like that's not good. That's not good. It's like you let people see how good they are on their own versus dealing with you. And why would they ever want to choose you over their peace? Because they feel like you would just come in here and destroy their peace. Somebody's just walking away from something because they know it's something better out there for them. And they don't want to settle. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. They want to focus on themselves. They want to do what works for them, what makes them happy, what's best for them, what makes them feel balanced. They've learned some type of lesson by losing something or taking a loss or dealing with somebody who has a lack mentality. Or they lack emotionally. They're emotionally lacking, like they need work. And there goes the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. This is somebody you just had to think about yourself on. Again, I don't feel like y'all dealing with a lot of these people still. I feel like they're surface. I feel like this is just like a resurface. It's like a look how far you've come type of thing. Somebody's having a hard time mentally. They could be like a mental illness of some sort. But I feel like you're not having any problems at all. I feel like you're sitting here with the sword of triumph. Whether it's used for clarity or it's used to cut something off. Yeah, I feel like the sword there, you hold that sword in all your situations that everything's facing you. Like the Seven of Swords pulls up on you, but you holding the Ace of Swords. So instantly your discernment is gonna see through that. You're gonna see that it's a trick, it's an illusion, it's some bullshit. Somebody's lessons has taught them to discern illusions. It's like you ascend. It's like your spiritual gifts enhanced. Or I feel like this has inspired you. Whatever this is that you went through has inspired you to stand in your power like you never have before. And you're learning things out about you that's shocking that you didn't realize that you could do or you didn't realize you had. There's some flighty energy here that wants to build or collaborate. What's this Knight of Wands energy? A burden is what they are. It's just somebody that you're protected from or you need to stand your ground when it comes to. Who is this? It's just like somebody who wants you to pick them or wants to be some type of option of yours. It could be a Taurus energy, but it's somebody who missed out on you. But I don't feel like they're reliable. Because they're a Knight of Wands. They're not even a king or nothing. The Five of Pentacles. They're not. It's like they're going through some type of lack or loss or they're losing something. Because the cycle is closing. Somebody had an equal give and take against the better judgment of their intuition. And now they're losing something. But this could be somebody who had you as an option, or they were at the crossroads with you and they chose somebody else. Taurus energy is what it's giving. This could be also a Cancer masculine who chose somebody else over a possible Taurus or somebody else who gave you genuine love. It's like somebody didn't choose the genuine love. They chose whatever else was on the other end of the genuine love, and now they're dealing with heartbreak due to it. Some of y'all, this is just like to show y'all. I don't know. It looks like somebody should have did. They should have. You ended up hurt, but now it's their turn. Because they did screw you over, but in the long run, they end up more screwed. Knight of Swords. Because if they would have just stayed in alignment, they wouldn't be here facing this stagnation, this blockage, this hurt. They sabotaged their own shit. I just feel like they should have navigated through this. It's like something was written in the stars for them. And it was a solid beginning. It was the way that they were destined to go. But I don't know what they did. They did something else. They took a different route. Or I don't know what people be out here doing it themselves. But this is why it's so important to listen to your intuition. Because sometimes you'll look and see something. And because it looks one way to your eyes, you're going to completely and utterly trust it. But your sight can be tricked. So, but y'all got to do what y'all got to do. I feel like the sight can be tricked and your faith cannot. Your faith, and when I say your faith cannot, I feel like the Lord is going to give you discernment. Discernment, nobody's going to pull no fast one on no discerning person. You're going to see straight through the bullshit that they try to put down. You're going to pick up so motherfucking fast on that bullshit they putting down. They're going to know not to fuck with you. They're going to know you're the one that they can't pull shit on. They can't put nothing past you. Because the Lord put you in discernment. Like, you hold this Ace of Swords everywhere the fuck you go. Like, don't play with me. Come correct and leave me the fuck alone. Like, but the Lord is He's a great God. Because this ain't shit I learned. It's from no parent, no generation, no cycle. I learned all this from the Lord. So, I'm rolling with it, baby. I'm staying on my little boat, my little ship, my little whatever this is you call that I'm rolling in. And that's what I got for y'all Cancer people. And thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Namaste, be blessed, protect your energy. I call this safe and dangerous, baby. Namaste, namaste, namaste.